Hey, what's up guys? It's Rudy from Pro Civic, and today we're going to show you how to install the SiriMoto rear lower tie bar. We're going to be doing this on our 2014 SI project car. Should be a pretty straightforward install, great for all you beginners out there. I would say it's very similar in both the amount of time and the difficulty level as was the front lower tie bar. Let's go ahead and get started and walk you through the process. One thing to note before you lift up your vehicle, as you can see, we already have it up on jack stands, but you want to make sure you take a measurement of the wheel gap to the fender, or maybe from the center line of the wheel to the edge of the fender. The reason you want to do this is you want to note it for when you go ahead and are going to be retightening the bolts for the control arms. You can't see them yet, but they are located right about here in this area. But once you've done that, just make a quick note to yourself. We'll go ahead and start removing the undertrays. Now for this particular Civic, we're going to have a 10mm bolt here, one here, and then there's one all the way at the top up here. You can see it there in this image. And take those off. Then we're going to start removing some of the push clips, as is pretty standard on most of the body panels on these Civics. Now we'll begin removing the body clips here. As you can see, there's a total, I believe, a total of 4 of them. One of them is located underneath the splash guard there, or the mud guard for the wheel. So we'll take that off. It's very easy to take off. Just 2 Phillips screws, I believe, is all you need to take off. So we'll take that off, and I believe this under tray here will be able to come off. Now that the under tray is out of the way, we could go ahead and gain access to these 2 bolts here, the rear lower control arm bolts. You're going to use a 14mm socket or a wrench. Something with leverage though. These do get torqued down to about 45 foot-pounds once it's all said and done. So we'll break those loose on either side, and before we completely start removing these to slide our tie bar here, I'm going to use a jack to hold the control arm up a little bit. This will facilitate the removal and installation of these bolts. Using something to pry the control arm with, we're going to come in here and kind of pry it over towards the outside. Again, this is just to help with the removal of this bolt. Any kind of pry bar or even a wrench to get around the bushing on both sides will work. Now we can go ahead and slide in our tie bar here. We'll start with one side and then finish it up with the other. You want to make sure that the logo is right side up, of course. Now that this side is done, we'll go ahead and do the same to the other side. So now we have both these lower control arm bolts installed with the tie bar in place. You can see it's still loose. And the reason for that is you want to hold off on tightening these completely until you're going to torque these down. So what I'm going to do now is, like I mentioned before, you want to jack up the control arm or the wheel to somewhat of a factory ride height. So you need to refer back to your measurements. I'll go ahead and jack this up right now, put some tension on it. That way this bushing is in the proper kind of orientation when you torque it down. Now we'll do the same to the other side and torque this bolt down. And that'll pretty much do it for the installation of the SiriMoto rear lower tie bar on our 2014 Civic Si. Again, it was a pretty straightforward installation, as you can see, and you just want to make sure you're safe and have the vehicle properly secured, because you are going to be putting some tension on the wheel by jacking it up and making sure you tighten that rear lower control arm bolt at the right height. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you have any questions or comments down below. Check out our website, procivic.com. Make sure to subscribe for more updates, more cool videos like this. Thanks again. My name is Rudy from Pro Civic. See you next time.